Okay, so what's your name?
My name's Elizabeth May. I'm leader of the Green Party of Canada. I've attended many COPs, and I've never seen anything as disorganized and as disrespectful to citizen rights as this conference.
So, you are here at the moment waiting in the queue to get in, and you are already accredited.
I've been waiting, the time spent waiting in line for many, many people. I'm not a special case. Hours upon hours. If you're an NGO, you're treated so badly here. It's unbelievable. And I have my accreditation. I also have my secondary pass, and that means that lots of people in our delegation of Greens couldn't get in because the secondary passes cut down, as you know, participation by about half. And yet here we come with accreditation and a secondary pass, and we're herded into these kind of cattle call areas and told it'll be many hours. Yesterday, it's extremely frustrating. I feel for organizers, but they accredited people to come. At least I have my pass. I feel extremely outraged on behalf of people from around the world who will be arriving here today, and they've paid airfares and they had accreditation through the UN system. They had every reason to expect full participation rights as observers, and they're going to find they can't even get in the door. And it's really quite outrageous.
What do you think about Thursday and Friday? Because they're even one that...
I think it's outrageous. I think they should be prepared to tell government delegations that they're going to also have to pare down to make sure that civil society is in the room. Because when civil society is not in the room, the decisions are not as positive for the world. I've been in many of these negotiations. I've seen the power of youth, even standing in the back of the room all night long through negotiations, being a process of witnessing. Being able to say, being able to work in the corridors, being able to even just sit quietly and pray. The pressure from people actually in the room who don't live in a bubble of diplomacy but are connecting with what happens if we don't get action. When those people aren't in the room, the decisions aren't as good.
So do you think the decisions, if the people are not in the room on Friday, do you think the decisions will be made badly for us? Or I don't know.
I hope that they'll lift the restrictions and that key negotiations will continue probably through Friday and into Saturday morning. I'm hoping at that point they'll start letting people in the door. They should have, but the over-securitizing of this conference, the use of barriers and blockades, the failure to consider that it's cold and that people, I'm from Canada, I'm used to the cold, but I look at people here from the developing world who are forced to stand in the cold as much as 8 hours and never even get their credentials. This is inhuman. This is very inhuman treatment of people who have come here to try to work for the climate. Now, they're not bad people, we shouldn't be punished for having accreditations and coming to a UN meeting.
In first place, they should never let us have been accredited, so...
Exactly. If they were going to know that they had to limit the participation. Now, obviously, things changed for them when President Obama decided to come, when other world leaders decided to come, the numbers of participants increased. But there had to be some way to signal this before people left home. There had to be some way to accommodate more, even communication. While we're waiting in line, it's only the NGOs that come and tell us how long the wait is. You just can't find any level of there's no manifest concern for how badly NGOs from around the world are being treated here. And I think the UN system is going to suffer from this. We've worked hard over the years to build up participatory rights for the major groups within the UN system, and for organizations that have participated as I have at COP after COP after COP. This is just unbelievable.
It's really amazing. Thank you.
You're welcome.